Tonight I want to talk about, Lord, I want to be a leader. Now, if you talk back to me, I'll talk better to you. In the process of our lives, we all desire to be something great. Many of us desire to be the one on the front line doing what people see us doing. Brothers and sisters, lest I be lengthy in my introduction, I just want to tell you that there's a process and procedures to getting where you want to go. But there are times when God will take you through some places, take you to and through some things for you to be what He has called you to be. And tonight, brothers and sisters, as we begin to look at our text, we have a little lad named Elisha being a mentee to a man named Elijah. Elisha is being groomed and girded to succeed Elijah, and he was tried in many ways. He is just a young lad yearning for leadership. Thankfully, he understands that moments before the masses are given by the girding up of mentorship. All right. Brothers and sisters, you cannot get anywhere, and you will not get anywhere unless you learn how to follow. All right, that's the challenge that many of us face. We want to lead, but we fail to follow. All right. I must suggest the question and introduce the question tonight. How do you believe you're going to get somewhere if you don't follow someone that's been there before? All right. And tonight, Elisha, I love Elisha tonight because he's had many opportunities presented to him, but he doesn't take the opportunities because he understands that although opportunities may come, other opportunities will come. Can I suggest to you tonight, brothers and sisters, that all opportunities are not good opportunities? Y'all might as well talk to me tonight. All opportunities are not good opportunities because sometimes opportunities can be so convenient. They can be convenient comfortability sections, and it will distract you and deter you from places of permanent providence. Elisha understands that if I'm going to go where I'm going to go, I'm going to have to learn how to pass up some things. And tonight I want to ask you, has there ever been a time in your life where things came in your life and you wanted it, but you understood that this one was not for me? It may have been comfortable, it may have been cute, but it was not called for you. Elisha understands this. He said, I'd rather wait until it's my exact time rather than me getting something that's not mine. Because if I get it before it's my time, I will not appreciate it because I haven't worked to keep it. You're not talking to me in here. Give me 5 more minutes. The Bible says that Elisha has been traveling with Elijah, and they have just come from a place called Gilgal. Look at your neighbor, say Gilgal. Gilgal is the very place. Some would suggest, I'd like to suggest that it's the place of beginnings. Joshua chapter 5 would inform us that this is the place where Israel reestablishes its covenant ceremonies. This is where Joshua is currently preparing the knives for the circumcision of the men, which are now age appropriate for battle. This is where we are informed that they have celebrated the Passover and began to eat unleavened bread and roasted grain from the harvest from the land. It is here that Elisha was given the request to settle down. But this, brothers and sisters, could have been the beginning of the ending for Elisha, because this is my point, brothers and sisters, you cannot get caught up in the beginning that it will delete your journey in life. I'm coming down your street, brothers and sisters. So many times we get so caught up that we finally started that we lose the zeal to keep on going. Can I preach it my way tonight? We're so happy that we're in school that we fail to do the test to keep us in school. We're so caught up that we finally got a car that we fail to keep the job to pay for the car. Brothers and sisters, tonight I want to tell you, don't get caught up in the beginning, because if God can bring you to the beginning, He can bring you through the rest. And is there anybody in the house tonight that can But just like I expected God to get me to a beginning, I'm expecting God to get me to the end. Because if God, I know this is shallow tonight, if God can bring me to it, and so tonight the Bible says that he's on a journey with a man named Elijah. Can I suggest to you, brothers and sisters, many of us are in the same place that we started 5 years ago because we are so happy that we finally started. Do not, please don't allow your starting to delete your desire for the finished product. I'm not telling you not to be grateful. I'm not telling you not to thank God. But what I'm telling you is that you must and you have to remain greedy. Slap your neighbor and say, I want more. I want more than just starting. I want more than just getting in school. I'm not greedy. I'm thankful for God for what he's done. But I also know that he has more than he has given me now. And if he has more, I think I want more. Slap that with your neighbor and say, I want more tonight. He understands that yes, I've come to a place of Gilgal. Yes, I finally got my license to preach. But just because I got my license to preach don't mean that the journey is over. Y'all looking at me crazy. Let me see if I can find my way out. Not only the Bible says that it goes to a place called Gilgal, but the second stop in this detour is that he goes down to a place called Bethel. And after Elisha now moves beyond the beginning process, they go a little further and they land in a new place. Brothers and sisters, this is not the first time that we've heard of a place called Bethel, because Bethel is where Abraham, when he landed after he left his home and left his family, he went down to a place called Gilgal and he built an altar and he called upon the name of the Lord. This is not the first time we've heard of Bethel, because this is where this is where Abraham returned after he was sent away from Egypt by Pharaoh. This is not the first time we have heard of Bethel, because this is the same place that Jacob ran to after he was running from the wrath of Esau. He fell asleep and the Bible says that he had dreams. What are you saying tonight? Not only is Gilgal a place of beginnings, but Bethel is a place of dreams. Let me see if I can talk about it now. Now that Elisha and Elijah is in the same place, you have to understand that Elisha has to explore beyond the beginnings, and now he has to deal with dreams. I appreciate this because he teaches us to be mindful of how we deal with our dreams. Firstly, he shows us that we must be mindful of the company that you share your dreams with. Because Elisha didn't share his dream with an immature imagination, but he shares his dream with one who has experiences. Unlike the children of Israel in Joshua chapter 3, Elijah has been this way before. He knows how to deal with dreams. Brothers and sisters, can I pop in and tell you, if you're going to share your desires with anybody, don't share your desires with people that's intimidated. Share your desires with people that have demonstration. I'm talking to somebody in here. I know you want to tell everybody